Hi, I'm Lucy. Today I'll be unboxing the PlayStation 5. This is the version that comes with the disc drive. This is not the digital only version. Obviously comes in quite a big box, and I will immediately own up to the fact that I did accidentally tear it when I was trying to get it out of the box that it came in. It came in a FedEx delivery. So maybe that's a warning to you that the outside packaging is quite thin. If we turn it around, we get a better look at some of the things that will be inside. Obviously the console and the brand new DualSense controller. Okay, let's open her up. I've got a razor blade. Okay. Not even joking. Just ripped it again a little bit there. Very, very light packaging on the outside. Okay, first up. Okay, we've got the accessories box. We have the quick start guide, all the printed materials to get your PlayStation 5 set up at the beginning. Also the safety guide, all your safety notes to be aware of, I suppose. The power cable, pretty standard AC power cable there. And then, the base of the system. So let me open this up. So the PlayStation 5 base can be attached in two different locations on the console. You can either put it so it's standing upright, or you can put it so it is laying down flat. If we look inside, we can see this is where they keep the screw. Very cool. So depending on where you want to put your base, you always have a spot to save the screw in. HDMI cable to connect your console to your TV. In here we have the charging cable for the DualSense controller. It is regular USB to USB-C, but this is what we're here for. The brand new DualSense controller. So on first impressions, just looking at the controller, it is not as bright white as I thought it was going to be. From all the marketing and everything we've seen of the PlayStation 5 so far, I genuinely thought this was going to be a bright white. It actually has more of a grayish tinge to it when you're looking at it in real life. So first impressions, it feels really nice in the hand. It feels very familiar if you have been playing on a DualShock 4 a lot. It just feels a bit sturdier, a little bit heavier. Let's start with the charging port. We've already seen the charging cable, USB-C, it's right at the back there. In terms of the face buttons, they have lost all their color, probably to fit in with this new sleek black and white look. So shoulder buttons, there's a little more sound feedback when you're pressing them, which actually feels quite nice. They feel like way more responsive. I don't know if it's just because my DualShock 4 is quite old and it feels a little bit sticky. The face buttons are actually a lot softer to press, and actually the touchpad has more of a feedback in it as well. The DualShock 4 touchpad felt very, very soft to me, but this one feels like it's way more of a button, but the face buttons themselves do feel a lot softer to press. The thumbsticks have rubber textures on them. They feel pretty good. They actually feel a little bit firmer. The PlayStation home button has been replaced. It used to be a circular button. Now it's just the PlayStation logo. But obviously it's actually it's hidden quite well in there, so you're probably not going to hit that accidentally. Beneath that is another button, so you can use the DualSense controller as a microphone. I've seen videos and pictures of people in party chat and using their DualSense to either do text-to-speech when they're talking to their friends and messaging them, or you can use it as a microphone. So this is a button to turn your microphone on and off if you don't want to use that feature. Beneath it, you have a headphone jack where you can plug in just your regular headset. If you have an old headset that you're plugging in, you want to use it as a microphone or just for the headphones, you can plug it in there. It also has kind of texturized plastic on the back, so you don't feel like you're going to drop it. It's not smooth like the DualShock. It feels nice, it feels weighty. The options button is now gone, it no longer says options. Instead, you have this button here, which serves as a replacement. Word options is gone, you just got the 3 lines. And on the other side, the share button is gone. This time around, it's the create button. It has 3 lines going in different direction, but this is the button you'd hit to take screenshots, video clips, and then mark them up and share them with your friends. And so this is everything that you get in the accessories box. Okay, time to get the console out. Okay. But yeah, before we take a look at the console, I'm quickly just going to put the base on. So taking a look at the instructions, seems very straightforward. So we're gonna have it horizontal. I just have to line up these, and that's it. That's strange. It didn't give me any click or any feedback, but that is on there. So There you go. That was very easy. The one thing I'll say is that not having any kind of click feedback did make me question as to whether I'd done it correctly, but we're in. So this is the PlayStation 5 console with the disc drive in the horizontal position. I'll adjust it and put it in the vertical in a bit. Let's take a look at the back of the console. This is where your AC power cable is going to go, HDMI, Ethernet, and 2 USB 3s. Be careful when you are spinning your console around. So because the base is, if it's in a horizontal position, is just kind of gripping on, the bottom of the base obviously grips to the table and it can accidentally swing off, so be very careful. Let's look at the front of the console. This is obviously what you'd be looking at most of the time. So we actually have a button, a power button. The PlayStation 4 button, you can, accidentally caress and it'll turn on. It's also kind of difficult to find. Like it's in the grooves of your console, but this one is an actual button on the front. So there's your power button. You also have a disc release button. This is obviously the disc version. So here's the disc drive right down here. And moving along, you've got a USB-C port as well as a USB one. So this is probably the one that you're gonna plug your controller into. It's USB-C on the DualSense side. On this side, it's just USB. Let's talk about the fans then. Obviously, the reason the PlayStation 5 is so big is because it has a huge internal fan. The plates are also there to help airflow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to set this into vertical stand mode, and then let's take a look at the fans. So actually, I might as well just walk you through it while we're here. Rotate in opposite directions to hear a click. Click. So then what we have to do is place the console up like this and remove the screw hole cap here. Got it? And then we remove the screw from in here. Then all we do, hang that on there. Again, there's no purchase on this end, so you're just kind of like putting the screw in and hoping for the best. So then you have the screw hole cover, and I will warn you now, this thing is slippery. Be very careful. We just had to brake for a couple minutes because I dropped this. Okay. To the nuts. To the nuts. To the nuts. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I don't know where it went.
Oh my god.
It may have even gone underneath one of these legs.
I got it. Oh, it's not it. It was a piece of dirt.
What a stupid little piece.
But if you are careful, it lives in there and clicks in. So now we have the base on. And this is the console all stood up. Now that the console is stood up, let's take a closer look at the vents, which will help the console to hopefully stay cool. From the front, you can see a bunch of the vents, a lot on top, but really, it is the back of the console where there are a ton of vents to help airflow. PlayStation 5 and Sony, they've been talking a lot about how the PlayStation 5 system is going to be remaining cool. They've talked about the fan, they've talked about the liquid metal cooling. So fingers crossed it doesn't go the way of the PlayStation 4. I know that personally, my PlayStation 4 right now, if I boot up something like Avengers or Warzone, the fan is working overtime and is really, really loud. So hopefully we won't get that with the PlayStation 5. So there you have it, that's what's inside the PlayStation 5 box. Keep your eyes peeled to GameSpot.com and YouTube.com/GameSpot because we're going to be putting this thing through its paces. Heat, storage, and of course all the games. We're going to be covering it all, so stay tuned.